this was interesting. So I found the dark forest. I realized it was causing blindness, but I didn't understand anything about this. And for me, this was a very interesting experience, because what I was basically doing was entering a forest, and I didn't understand everything about it. Seemed really strange. Like, you had these blocks that could disappear when you clicked on them, and I found when I put redstone near it, it would also cause it to disappear and then return back and then disappear due to the redstone. I was also finding all sorts of really strange things. This was interesting because this was where I was trying to destroy the blocks and I couldn't destroy them. So I realized that the only way to get in was to, and if you keep spam clicking, this would happen. So I realized that the only way to get in was to use the doorway, but I didn't understand what this place was, why it was locked up on me, or why there was this endless blindness everywhere. So I really didn't understand what I was doing. The other thing is, there were also some weird things going on. I mean, the mobs were unusual. In fact, there was even a castle here was really weird. And these blocks, I now know what they are. That back then I found it really weird that these blocks were sending off all this redstone particles from one to the other. So I did not understand what any of this was at all, and what any of these things were really doing. So it was rather a strange experience. Okay, so that's the end of my Kovacic's mod pack on the Mac computer. So this is the Minecraft Acer screenshots. This is from when I had the laptop. It looks like when I first played it was roughly 1.7.4. This is what you get when you go from the free version of Minecraft to the full game. You get your demo world. So thank you Mojang for giving it to me. This was a bat world for mainly spawning in a whole bunch of bats. You'll probably see another one of it later. This is when I set up World of Mobs. World of Mobs was a mob arena. I've ended up building a third version of it since I started. So in this one, it's rather simple. I wanted there to be mobs coming down from the roof, and I also wanted there to be places where water and lava could also come down from the roof, and rain if available. This is me venturing out to look for things around the place in World of Mobs, and I found an abandoned mine, except it's above ground, not underground. This is the Bat Creator world, where I just wanted to put a whole bunch of bats into the game. Back to World of Mobs. So that's roughly how big it was. Again, back to another Bat Creator world. This time I put a bit more into it. Testing World of Mobs. So this is the World of Mobs again. Experience what happens when the TNT blows up. That create a world, putting a so that the whole world would open up during night time and close during the daytime. Back to the Nethercart challenge. Doing more tests, checking things out, adding more to the world, getting it complete. This is looking at the beacon, how high up it goes and what happens when you reach the top of the beacon, because the player can go much more higher than any block within the game. This is what happens when you use MC Edit. This is water lava beam. It was mainly meant to be a weapon, but it ended up just being a glorified redstone project. This is the no stone survival world that I briefly played. I was actually wanting it to not have any stone but have like everything else. So it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I did try removing all the stone from Minecraft myself, but oh well. This was a survival world that I started playing. I still have the survival world, I'm pretty sure. So it gave me quite a, yeah. It was mainly just the experience of the survival mode in Minecraft. And I found this world for what it was to be pretty good. This is the shopping doors world. Basically to build a shop within Minecraft. Testing, this is interesting. So this is basically me testing out the redstone repeater because I discovered the redstone repeater could be powered from the side. In doing so, I discovered something that the redstone repeater can do. Unfortunately, I've never actually utilised it within any of my Minecraft projects, but it's a good thing to know about. The survival world again. Doing some redstone some hopper tests, I think it is. So this is mainly a world I use for hopper testing. I also build a few other small things in it. The survival world. What a basic house should look like in Minecraft. I know some of these things are ordinary activities and some of them are a bit different, like looking out over the place, but that's what you do in survival mode. You do these ordinary things like take a boat somewhere or climb a mountain or slaying mobs. That's what you do in Minecraft in survival mode. I mean, I don't really have much to mention. I mean, it was a good experience. I know in survival mode you're often walking around the place and then trying to make sure you don't fall in the hole. Ah, yes. This is because your player is a villager. And when we discovered about this, someone who I'm going to call Ben Dan, who you'll see later on, was quite annoyed with what had happened because we actually downloaded the Element Animation Resource Pack long before the Element Animation Resource Pack ended up becoming a April Fool's joke. So when it became an April Fool's joke, I didn't know what had happened to our Minecraft game. So thanks for the April Fool's joke, Mojang and Element Animation. This is part of a test world I started. It was to see if I could get a set of information crossing from one side to the other. So on the left side you've got the information being sent out, on the right side you've got the information coming in, and the only thing connecting the two is a line of redstone repeaters. Quite a few tests needed to be done, but by the time I've done it, it was complete. Back to the survival world. I found in survival mode the best thing you can really utilize is bread, because it's easy to produce and it's easy to assemble together. This was part of that creative. Okay, so that's part of. Yeah, so this is part of the creative world that I worked on earlier, where I'm doing hopper tests. Mainly in this case, I'm just wanting to see which effects look really good. Back to the survival mode. Now this is when I started playing with Ben Dan. So I've been playing as Firemint holder, except when I was on the Mac computer. Once I got to the Acer computer, I was Firemint holder, and it meant that I could multiplayer with someone who I'm just going to call Ben Dan for this video. There's a few of his projects, including something, I'll just say Ben Dan's custom map, even though it wasn't quite called that. But that's something that unfortunately is still a work in progress and has been going on for many years. Back to World of Mobs again. So the aim of playing Ben Dan was mainly as a survival experience again, in playing survival mode. For this video I've decided not to include our Spleef arena into it, because I didn't want to ruin too much. However,